Hola a todos, bienvenidos. In this video I'm going to talk about some language issues that I had visiting Nicaragua for my first time as an American, of course. I'm from the US. This is actually part 2 in a series. I actually wanted to make a whole series about my journey as an American going to Nicaragua and learning more and more about it over time. And the very first video of the series turned out to be a 3-part video because it was so long. So this is the second part. If that didn't make any sense, then don't worry. Just go check out the last video here before you watch this one if you haven't already. And just know that the third part of this video will be coming out on Saturday. Soy Darlene, a Spanglish-speaking mama, and on this channel we speak Spanglish, anything Nicaragua, and life as a bicultural family. If you're interested in this type of content, consider subscribing, and let's get into the video. Parte número 2 is language issues. So the very first morning that we were in Nicaragua, my little nephew, he was drinking bottles at the time, he was that age, and a lot of people I know, including me, we use glass bottles for our kids, and so these hard tiled floors in Nicaragua are not great for glass bottles. My nephew, he drank his bottle, he was in his crib. When he was done, he chucked it over the side and boom, glass everywhere. I went looking for somebody who worked at the hotel to tell them there's glass everywhere, what can we use to clean it up? I don't remember all the words exactly that I used, but I do remember I was trying to say botella because it was the baby bottle that broke on the floor. So I was trying to tell them that the botella broke, the bottle broke. Come to find out, after we got through some confusion, I showed them the mess, they actually cleaned it up. They lent us a new baby bottle and when they handed it over, they said, pacha. This is a pacha. They do not use bottle for baby bottle. A pacha is this, a baby bottle. The second language thing was when we were driving from that hotel to the town that we were going to stay in for the rest of the time we were there, our first time in Nicaragua. And the guy who was driving us, he spoke pretty good English, so we were able to communicate with him pretty well. But I really wanted to practice my Spanish while I was in this Spanish-speaking country, of course. So we passed some rivers along the way, and I was going over in my mind several times how to say, do you swim in the rivers around here, in Spanish. I really wanted to show this guy that I could speak Spanish and understand him. But alas, I picked the wrong words because I used the word nadar, which means to swim, in my Spanish class in high school. But in Nicaragua, they don't tend to really use the word nadar unless they mean like swimming competitively or swimming as more of a sport. In order to say, do you swim in the river, you would use the word bañar, which means to bathe. When you say you're going to swim at the beach or swim in the river or go for a swim, you say voy a bañarme. Also, the way they say nadar, I think I was trying to say nadar, and I can't roll my R's very well, and they say the D's a little different. They say something like nadar. So yeah, he didn't understand what I was trying to say. I tried to say it through like 3 different times, 3 different ways, 3 different sentences, always using the word nadar, but oh well. Once we got into our little town, one day we were walking to the beach or somewhere, and this truck full of produce passed by. So we wanted to buy some fresh produce, so we stopped at the truck and we were trying to tell them what we want out of the truck. And I knew the word carrot. I knew carrot from school. We learned the word carrot, and I just could not think what that word was. We wanted some carrots. We were trying to point to it, but they were too far to the back or something. Anyway, finally, I think he kind of went through the different things and he was like, oh, zanahoria. And we're like, yes, zanahoria, that's what we wanted. I could not for the life of me come up with that word, zanahoria. For the most part, I remember that word now. One last specific Spanish word that tripped me up while we were in Nicaragua that very first time is, well, I'll get to in a second. We were told there was this really nice beach that away, and we were walking and walking and walking and walking, and we came to this place where there were a bunch of houses, and we're like, we've been walking for so long, is there actually a beach over here? All these people had these walls up in front of their houses, so like we couldn't see the water yet. Anyway, we came across this guy. He was coming out of his gate or whatever, and we're like, is there a beach over here? And he's like, oh, you can come down this way. They had like stairways down to their beach in front of their house. And there was a sign, I think it was on a tree before the beach, and it said peligro. I'm like, what is that word? Hello. I knew I had learned this word peligro before, but I just could not for the life of me remember what it meant in English. I was like,
why would it be by a beach? Like, what could it possibly mean? What kind of signs would have one word by a beach?
And the guy too, he was telling us peligroso down there. I was like,
those words, like, they mean kind of the same thing.
And he's like, well, you can go down there, but you know, peligroso. I caught like a few words of what he said, but he did like gesture us and say like, yeah, you can go down our stairs. So we went down there. Bye. And we went swimming. We used that beach. There were a lot of people surfing there. Kind of forgot about the sign for the day, but I don't know if I looked it up later or someone reminded me of what it means. Anyway, peligro means danger. Peligroso means dangerous. So that was not the best word to not remember and kind of like disregard because we didn't know what it meant. It said that because there's big waves there. That's a great place for surfing, but maybe not a great place for little kids. We were fine, nothing happened to us. People swim there, but it does sometimes have dangerous tides and whatnot. If you've ever been to a place that's really made an impact on your life that you keep going back to, comment below some of your first impressions. Gracias por ver. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Share with someone else you think might also enjoy it. Subscribe for more, and we'll see you on Saturday. Bye. I understand that these bloopers don't look like the whole video that you just watched, but
they are from the first part of this video, and I forgot to put them on the end of that one, and I really wanted you to see them, so here's the bloopers for you.
And we basically just talked. ¿Qué me pasa la boca? Spinach, Spanish. Just wow.